folks. Hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. I'm Don. I've got a gift request from Roger Smith, who may be Jason Eady's #1 fan. And thank you for this gift for me to do another one of Jason's songs, Roger. And some things are wrong, and that's all right. And I like that. And Jason is a wordsmith. He was a master with lyrics. And Roger's made a number of gifts to the channel for me to do Jason's songs over the years. And you've seen Jason, I think you've seen Jason a couple times this year, haven't you, Roger? I know it's at least once. But Roger said this is a new release, this song, and that he, Roger, is being a philanthropist today since someone in our circle needs to hear this today. So I don't know what the circle refers to. Maybe it's someone on the channel, or maybe it's somebody in your personal neck of the woods. But nonetheless, let's hope that person hears it, right? Here we go. Thank you for this gift, Roger.
1, 2, 3. Some things are wrong, and that's alright, for every day there comes a night. Don't you worry, it ain't worth the fight. Some things are wrong, and that's all right.
Is that Courtney backing?
Well, it's all part of this world we're living in. All good things will come to an end, but we don't have to miss them until then. It's all part of this world we're living in. Some things are wrong, and that's alright, for every day there comes a night. Don't you worry, it ain't worth the fight. Some things are wrong, and that's alright. We all make our choices every day. Some are wrong, some are right, but most are okay. We keep right on moving either way. We all make our choices every day. Some things are wrong, and that's alright, for every day there comes a night. Don't you worry, it ain't worth the fight. Some things are wrong, and that's alright.
That's a fact. Perfect is the enemy of the good, but messes that are created in life show that life's being lived. Create a few messes, have some failures, whatever. You don't want to purposely screw up or hurt anybody, but not every decision you make is going to work out well. We all know that.
Next time you find yourself feeling blue, remember it's something we all go through. Well, things will get better, it's true. Next time you find yourself feeling blue, well, some things are wrong, and that's alright, for every day there comes a night. Don't you worry, it ain't worth the fight. Some things are wrong, and that's alright. Some things are wrong, and that's alright, for every day there comes a night. Don't you worry, it ain't worth the fight. Some things are wrong, and that's alright. Some things are wrong, and that's alright. Alright.
Oh yeah, you know, that reminds me, when I was teaching yoga a few years ago, I had a student in there. There were 6 or 7 women in this class, and I used to own a dance studio with my ex-wife. As those of you who follow the channel know, I've talked about that on occasion. And my ex was the dancer. I was on the business side of it. We had 2 locations. But I went on and became a yoga teacher just because I wanted to do it. And so in this class, there was one student, and she was very good. But there was one pose that she was an absolute disaster in. It was called tree pose. You've seen it, most of the pictures that you see of yoga advertisements or yoga retreats or whatever have somebody doing tree pose. And it's when you stand on one leg and you bring the other leg up to either your calf, or the inside of your thigh. And then you bring your arms up over your head. You could challenge the posture, different things with it to make the balance more difficult. But you're standing on one leg. And for whatever reason, this student, her name was Musha, just couldn't do it. She just was a disaster. It was almost comical. It was like a 90-mile-an-hour wind was blowing when she was in this thing. And then she'd fall. And then some of the students around her would also get distracted and fall. I was working on this for 2 months. I'm like, every class, before class, I'm like, how am I going to help Musha in this pose? Because we would do tree pose probably more than half the time in class as part of the practice. And then one night, like in the morning, middle of the night, I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I want them to go to their limit and then purposely push past it so they purposely fall out of the posture. Only because I wanted them to see where their limit was. So they had a sense, everybody's limit as far as flexibility goes in the side body and other things is going to be different. So all the students that were there that day, including Musha, when we talk about this, still can't believe it and make sense of it. But I said, all right, guys, you're going to push through your limit so you fall out of the posture purposely. And none of them could fall out of it. It was this amazing thing. Even Musha did the posture like flawlessly. And then I'm like, God, I have to make sense of this, not only as a teacher, but can I extrapolate out a life lesson? And it was, give yourself permission to fall. Once you say it's okay to yourself to fall, you're going to fall less often, because half the time when we fall, it's because we're uptight and mentally or psychologically already tormenting ourselves. That additional confusion, that additional weight, that additional distraction causes us to make mistakes in whatever realm, or whatever thing we're trying to accomplish. So some things are wrong, and that's all right. And when you get to that point where you say, that's all right, some things are wrong, some things I'm not going to do well, I'm going to make a mistake sometimes, even though I don't intend it. And, I started working part-time, just to do something new and different. I started working part-time 3 months ago at a wine store near where I live. And they also sell other alcohols and stuff. But, I mostly know wines, and I'm learning about these other things. But, I'm new to the computer program, the register, the different things that go on. And every so often I make a mistake. And I beat myself up over it, because that's just my way of processing life and information. Is if I make a mistake, I really dwell on it. I don't have to make myself dwell on it. I hate making mistakes. I just do. But I know that I don't mean to. And I know that I'm going to make some more mistakes at this place. I just don't want them to be big mistakes. And I don't. I know where my stopping points are, or where I'm likely to make a mistake. So I'll move more slowly when I'm doing that. And that's just true in many areas of life. But you got to get to the point where, you're human. It's okay to not like the mistakes that you make, because that might impel you to learn from them. People who don't care about the mistakes that they make are a problem to me. They might be sociopaths, or narcissists, or some other form of sociological degenerative mindset. But most people care about making mistakes and don't want to make them again, if for no other reason than they don't want to look stupid. You don't want to be just perceived as dumb. So the message in this song I liked a lot. It's okay. Some things are wrong. It's all right. Stop being so uptight about it. If we applied that, to our political opinions, for example, it would make us just be more agreeable with each other. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, but we don't have to be like monsters about it. There are going to be policies you disagree with in your own party, for example. And yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, it's a big country. There's a lot of policies being determined that you have no say over, and you're not going to agree with all of them. But you don't have to ruin your life over your own opinions. Same thing is true in religion or whatever else, ideologically concerns you. But in a bigger picture of life, the title says it. It's all right, just make peace with it on a certain level. Roger, you've now got me curious, and you do not have to reveal it, but I'm naturally curious as to who in your group or what the circumstances were as far as why they needed to hear this. Because maybe somebody screwed up and they're still feeling guilty about it, and it's debilitating them, and they're not moving through it to being back to their normal selves, even though other people have either forgiven them or overlooked it or don't care. They're not as moved by it or affected by the mistake, whatever it was, and just want your buddy back to normal or whoever this person is. And fair enough, But anyhow, I hope it works. So I'm going to rate this song. And I loved the string work in this thing. I loved it. And it came right out of the blocks with a backing vocalist. And I don't know if that was Courtney or, Courtney Patton, Jason's wife or not, but the number that popped into my head was an 8.9, just on the message. It's a simple message, really, and it was simply crafted and simply sort of fleshed out. Yeah, I liked it. There you go, guys. You can thank Roger Smith for that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.